What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, we're going to talk about my 3 favorite pearls on the current ball chart. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date every time I drop a new video. And if you like this jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, you can head on over to iambowling.com and use my promo code Lewis, and that'll get you 20% off your entire order. And then down below in the description, I have a link to my Patreon where you can help support this channel and gain a ton of benefits, including a members only Facebook group and a members only Discord. So the 3 balls that I'm going to feature in this video are the Trident Nemesis, the Supra, and the Fatal Venom. Now I know where you're thinking, where's the Jackal Flash? But as of late, the Jackal Flash just hasn't made the cut in my arsenal, and I've really been liking the Nemesis, the Supra, and the Fatal. I'm gonna take you guys out on the lanes now so you can see these 3 pearl balls in action. Let me know down below in the comments if you have either the Trident Nemesis, the Supra, or the Fatal Venom, and which one is your favorite and why. So this first pearl ball we're gonna take a look at is the Trident Nemesis, and the first thing you're gonna notice that it's not polished. I actually like this ball with a little bit of surface. This one is finished to a 3000 finish. With the little bit of surface, it brings the break point a little bit closer to me and doesn't make it as angular. It makes it a very, very versatile option where it has enough surface that I can use it on the fresh, but not so much surface that I can't get left and really shape it if I need to. So I'm standing here around 28, and there's a lot of friction here at South Point. So I'm definitely going to have to move left off that shot. It's hooking quite a bit, but as you can see, it got to the back part of the pattern and it didn't want to over jump. It's still fairly smooth, especially for a pearl. So we're going to move like 3-in-1 left off that shot and see if we can get it to go through the pins. So we're going to make a 3-in-1 move off that last shot where I 4-7'd. So I'm going to be around 31 with my feet, and this ball is substantially bigger than the Supra and the Fatal Venom. It has the Infusion HV pearl cover, so it's a very, very strong version of the Infusion cover. So let's go a little bit left, create a little bit more shape through the front. So that was exactly what I was looking for. It got through the fronts a little bit easier, and it didn't, just like the last shot, it didn't over jump the friction, but I was far enough left where it went through the pins absolutely the right way. So I'm gonna throw another shot from that same spot before I switch it over to the Supra. So as of late, I've been a really big fan of this Nemesis, and I'm really, really looking forward to the new Trident Horizon, which is gonna have a hybrid cover instead of the pearl cover. So I'm really excited that it's gonna bring the break point even closer to me. So again, we're gonna go back to that 31 spot with my feet. And remember guys, I drift to the right just a little bit. Oh, very lucky trip of the 410. But as you can see, even though the Nemesis is a weaker asymmetrical ball, it still hooks quite a bit. And it wants to get nice and far down lane before it makes its move. So now we're gonna go over to the Supra, which has also a larger core, but symmetrical. So I expect it to be a little bit longer and a little bit more angular. So now as we transition into the Supra from the Nemesis, this one has less surface than the Nemesis, but it's still not polished. This is finished to a 4000 grit finish. I don't like using polish on any of my bowling balls really because they become too erratic down lane. So I really like the Supra because it has very similar core numbers to the Nemesis, very high RG, very high differential, but it's a weaker pearl cover, so it's gonna get even further down lane and create more angle. So this first shot with the Supra is gonna be from the same spot that I just struck with the Nemesis, which is 31 at my feet. But remember, I drift a little bit to the right. I fully expect this to be longer and more angular. Hopefully I can get it back. Yeah, that was a really good shot. I even leaked it a little bit further right than I wanted to, and it really jumped off the friction. So I'm gonna throw another shot from that same spot before I make any kind of move. So one quick talking point about the Supra for me is that it's probably my favorite ball that we have where I need to get really left and create that angle. Once we get into game 3 of league, once we get into game 4 of league, because I bowl in a 4-game league, it's my favorite ball to really just send it right and create that shape. So again, I really like that last shot from 31. Remember, I drift to the right, probably like 4 or 5 boards. So let's see what this looks like again. Yeah, again, I missed super far to the right and I left that flat 10 pin. So on this next shot, I'm really gonna make sure that I don't send it to the friction because there obviously isn't that big of a hook spot. So we're gonna try it again, like I said, and not miss right. So one really big thing with this Supra is that we're bowling on a fresh, typical house shot here at South Point. Now, when I typically go to this Supra, like I said, is game 3, game 4, once there's already an established hook spot down lane. So throwing this on the fresh for me sometimes can be a non-option. The Nemesis, on the other hand, is a really good option on the fresh. So like I said, I'm gonna try to not miss right and keep my angles a little bit tighter from a little bit further left. That was a much, much better shot. But because there is so much friction down lane, is why I left that 4 pin. All in all, I think it's a really good look. Now we're gonna transition into the Fatal Venom. And the Fatal Venom has the same cover as the Supra, but a much, much different core. It has the gear core. So it has a really low RG and a much lower differential. So here we are, first shot with the Fatal Venom. And this one, just like the Supra, also has a 4,000 finish. Now, I fully expect me to have to move right, especially where I was with the Supra and the Nemesis. But for this first shot here, I'm gonna stay at 31 with my feet, and I fully expect it to either, I think it's gonna shape a lot down lane just because it's a smaller symmetrical core, but I think I'm gonna end up having to play a little bit straighter with it. But there's only one way to find out. So again, first shot here with 31. I don't expect this to really come back, but we'll see. Yeah, I thought my targeting was pretty good on that shot, and I left a 2 pin. It's just too weak of a ball to play this far left, especially on the fresh. So I'm gonna move like 4, maybe 5 boards right with my feet and get it a little bit more up the lane and see what the big difference is gonna be. So this next shot here with the Fatal, like I said, I'm gonna move 5 boards right and try to get it a little bit more up the lane instead of creating that large angle. So instead of 31, I'm gonna stand at 26, and I'm gonna move my eyes like 2 boards right. And this should be a really good shot with this ball from here. Yeah, slap out the 10 pin. That's a really good spot for this ball. Now, unlike the Supra, I really like the Fatal on the fresh because it has that lower RG. And once they get the ball into a roll significantly earlier than the Supra. Now the Nemesis will get into a roll a little bit earlier just because it has some asymmetry to its core. So we're gonna throw another shot with the Fatal from the same spot. So like I said, this shot with the Fatal is gonna be from that same spot, 26. I really, really liked what the ball did in the front part of the lane, the back part of the lane, and more importantly, through the pins. So let's see if I can replicate that shot. So here I am, 26 again, just trying to get it up the lane, nothing crazy. Definitely missed left there, but like I always say, I'm just a human. So now we're gonna go back into the Nemesis and get further left again. And then I'm also gonna move right with the Nemesis just to see if that's even an option with that big of a ball here. So here's the first shot back with the Nemesis coming off the Fatal. I'm gonna move to that same 26 area where I was striking, or where I struck with the Fatal, to see if this Nemesis will be versatile enough to let me play from a little bit straighter. All right, so here we are, 26 with my feet with the Nemesis. Wow, I did not expect that to happen. I thought it was gonna hook a lot more than it did. But that just goes to show you the extreme versatility of this Trident Nemesis. That blew my mind. So this next shot, I'm gonna move back left and create that shape again and see if it truly is that versatile of a piece. So now I'm gonna go back to 31. You know what, let's go a little bit further left. Let's go to like 35 with my feet because I do drift to the right a little bit, and see if I can get it to come around the corner a little bit. One of the things that I've been working on my game is that slow hook. So that's basically what we're gonna do right here. See if I can get it to go through the pins. So this is substantially further left than I was before. So that was really far right. Like I said, I'm still working on slow hooking the ball, but it still came back to the pins and luckily took out that 7 pin. So I'm gonna move back right a little bit to where I think I can easily throw a strike with this Nemesis. So let's see what happens. So now I'm not gonna be at 35 because slow hooking it didn't look all that great. I'm gonna go back to like that 31 area with the Nemesis, and I think that's where I can throw a really good shot. Again, that was a really, really good shot. The lanes are transitioning really, really fast, which is why I left that 4 pin again. So now we're gonna go into the Supra and see if I can really start kicking out that 4 pin. So this first shot back with the Supra is gonna be the same thing that I did with the first shot back with the Nemesis, from a little bit straighter. The Supra, after all, is supposed to be a light medium oil option ball. So we're gonna see what it's about from a little bit straighter. So again, I'm gonna be at 26, just like I did with the Nemesis, just like I did with the Fatal. Again, it looks really, really good from straight, but as you can see, it is significantly more angular than the Fatal and even way more than the Nemesis. So now I'm gonna go back to that 31, 32 range and see if there's enough breakdown on the lanes where I can get it to go through the pins the right way from a little bit further left. So I'm gonna move back left now with this Supra, and I think that the lanes have broken down enough finally where this Supra I can play it right where I like to once I'm into like that game 2, game 3. Now I'm only in game 2 by myself, so there's significantly less traction on the lanes than there normally is when I go to the Supra. So we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. So here I am at 31. See if I can get this to go through the pins the right way. Yeah, that looked really, really good. So that Supra looked really, really good. That's exactly the motion that I'm looking for when I gotta get left and send it into the friction. So we're gonna throw another shot from that same spot, see if I can replicate that. So this is gonna be the final shot here with the Supra. The one big thing that I want you guys to take away from this ball is just how versatile it is. Now, I'm not saying that the Fatal and the Nemesis aren't versatile, but this one is in a class of its own. It looks really good from straight, and it looks pretty damn good when I gotta get left and create that angle. So hopefully I can show you guys one more really good shot with this Supra. Absolutely love everything about that ball motion. Ball got down lane, didn't jump off the friction, but it hooked enough to get through the pins. And anytime the 6 slaps the 10 like that, it's a good shot. So again, same thing we did when we came back to the Supra and came back to the Nemesis. This first shot with the Fatal is gonna be from a little bit straighter. So I'm gonna go back to that 26 range where this one looked really, really good last time. Yeah, the Fatal from straighter, especially on the fresher conditions, it looks really, really good. So now we're gonna move left again and see if I can get it to shape and go through the pins the right way. So now we're gonna go back to that 31, 32 range with the Fatal and see if there's enough breakdown already where it's gonna look pretty good from further left. From straight, this ball looks phenomenal right now. So we're gonna see if I can get it to, you know, to do the right thing. And if it's not there, I'll move back right because that's where it looks really, really good. So now I'm at 32 with the Fatal. So it doesn't look bad from there. It struggles to really come around the corner, which is why I left that mega flat 10 pin. So this final shot here from the video is gonna be from a little bit further straighter where this Fatal looks really good. All right, so here we are, last shot of the video with the Fatal Venom from a little bit straighter. Hopefully I can end this video on a good note for you guys and have this ball go through the pins the right way. So again, I'm at that 26 area with my feet, but remember I do drift to the right, so here we go. Oh, tried to end it on a messenger for you guys. I did miss a little bit to the right, but as you can see, it didn't recover quite as much as I would like it to. But all in all, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this video. Click the description down below and join that Patreon. Well, there you have it, folks. Those are my 3 favorite pearl balls in our current ball chart. Let me know down below in the comments if you like this video, and if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Till next time.